What's up, guys? It's story time. So listen, I got a story for you. So I was in an abusive relationship. I came to y'all all natural because I wanted to make sure I didn't want nothing else to be a distraction. Just me as I am telling y'all this story because it's important and there's a message in the story. So I was in an abusive relationship. And at the time of this story, the guy that I was in a relationship with was living with his grandmother. I don't know where he lived now. Haven't talked to him in years. He was living with his grandmother. And I had been put out the house by my mom because my mom said, he's gonna kill you. And I'm gonna take care of Jaden because I don't want you to keep coming in and out of his life and then he's distraught because you end up getting killed or whatever, and then he have to deal with all that trauma. So my mom put me out. She cut me off from all communication with my son. And so because the guy's grandmother did not want him to have me in the house, we ended up getting a hotel room. This guy was unemployed. He lived with his grandma. He was in school at the time, and he had just got his taxes. So we ended up getting a hotel. So we at the hotel, and we chilling. And this dude was like mad controlling. He controlled what I ate. He controlled when I ate. He controlled where I ate. Like, if I wanted Checkers, I couldn't have Checkers unless he said I could have Checkers. You know how, like, you, when you get your food, like fast food, for instance, you get your food, you know, you in the car, you digging in the bag, you eating your fries as you in the car driving to wherever you going. I couldn't do that. If I tried to eat my food in the car, he would hit me. He would do all kind of stuff. Like I had to wait until he told me I could eat or eat where he said eat. So anyway, we sitting in the hotel and we're eating. And I don't even remember what it is that we got into an argument about. I don't remember, but I think it has something to do with some girl that was like commenting on his... It's raining. Anyway, I think it has something to do with this girl that was like commenting on his Facebook and stuff. Like, not even, she wasn't even discreet. She was just like, yeah, I'm trying to get with you. I know you got a girlfriend and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, dang, like, you not gonna say nothing to her? Da 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 da. Like, you entertaining her. And he got mad and decided, you know, that he wanted to huff and puff. At that point, my son had been taken away from me. I was technically living in his car, you know, because he had a place to go. So I was technically living in his car, bathing in gas station bathrooms, you know, getting a little rag. I didn't even have a rag, just getting soap and water. The soap from I quit my job for this dude, so I didn't have money, you know, to buy soap and toothpaste and all of that stuff. So whatever soap I got was from him. Whatever toothpaste I got was from him. And so I would go and I would brush my teeth in the gas station bathroom and bathe, you know, get myself freshened up in the gas station bathroom. And so he got mad or whatever that, you know, I had something to say about it. And so, you know, I had decided before you even get to this point, like, I'm just already pissed. I done lost my son. I basically have lost everything. I quit my job for you. Just ignorant, just dumb, just so very, very ignorant. And so I said, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm leaving. I can't do this no more. Like, I'm just finished. So I get my purse. I put my purse on my arm, and I said in my head, let me go to the bathroom right quick, because if I'm gonna be out on the streets, I don't want to have to pee, and it's hard for me. It's hard for me to find somebody to use the bathroom, because it was late. It was like 11:30 at night, and a lot of places that were around was closed. So I said, let me go to the bathroom right quick. So I go in the bathroom, I pull my pants down, pull my underwear down. I sit down on the toilet to urinate, and right when it was getting ready to come out, this dude storms into the bathroom, pulls me off of the toilet, and just like throws me up against the wall. He throws me up against the wall, and I'm trying to get away from him. Y'all, I am screaming to the top of my lungs. I am screaming like, somebody please help me, save me. This dude is like 6'3". He's like 300 and something pounds. This is a big dude. He's strong. He's angry. And you know, when people angry, they gain more strength. So I'm trying to get to the door as best as I can. I figure if I can just get out the door and just scream as loud as I can, somebody will hear me. And even if he does pull me back in the room because somebody heard me, they'll come knock on the room and check or whatever. So I'm on the ground, I'm on the floor, and I'm literally clawing myself to the door, and like he's pulling me back. So then I was on the floor. I'm screaming. So he's like, be quiet, shut up, shut the F up. So I'm like, bruh, if I'm gonna survive this, because mind you, this was the third time that something like this happened. This was he had me held hostage once. Like, this was not the first time this had happened. And so in my head, I just sensed like, this is the last time. Like, this is the last time. And the crazy thing is, I went back to old dude after this incident. Anyway, so I was like, I gotta get out of this situation. I gotta get out of here. So I'm screaming. So he takes his arm like this. He's behind me. I'm on the floor laying like face down, but I'm screaming. So he comes and lays on my back and put all his weight on me. And he takes his arm and he puts it around my throat like this. And he's choking me. He's choking me. And like, literally, I know it sounds so cliche when people say like, I literally saw my life flash before my eyes. Like, I was like, this is the end. And I thought about my son. I thought about, I'm never gonna see my son again. Like, bruh, like, this finna be the end. Like, I done did all this. I done sacrificed all this. And this man is finna kill me. And like, the only thing that I could just think of was like, I'm never gonna see my son again. I'm never gonna spend another Christmas with him. Like, I'm not gonna see him, grow up or anything like that. And I was like, I can't die. Like, I have to get back to my baby. Like, I have to be there for him. His dad is already non-existent. Like, he's absent. I can't fail him as a parent. So I begged him. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna scream no more. I'm gonna stop. Like, I just wanted him to stop so he wouldn't kill me. So he let up off of me or whatever. And then I went and I sat on the edge of the bed. And it was quiet for about maybe a minute or so. And then he came He turned me around and put my face in the bed. He stacked all of the pillows on top of my head, and then he sat on me. He sat on me, and he didn't say anything. He wasn't moving or anything, and I'm like struggling to breathe. I'm literally suffocating slowly. And literally, like, everything sounds so cliche, but I promise you, I sat there and I struggled for a little bit, and I was trying to get him off of me. Like I said, this dude's like 320 something pounds, 6'3", 6'4". This is a big dude. Like, this is a big dude. So I'm steady struggling, trying to get free, whatever. But I'm like, if I'm gonna go at this point, like, I was at peace. And I was like, if I'm gonna go, then I'm gonna go in peace. Like, I'm not gonna be struggling or whatever. So, and I started praying, and I was just like, Lord, I don't want to go out like this. Like, I don't want this. I just don't want to go out like this. And I said, Lord, if you save me, like, I promise that I'm going to serve you. Like, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to, be living worldly and just doing what I want to do, even though I know what's right. Like, if you save me in this moment, I'm going to serve you. I'm going to live for you. I'm going to do what you tell me to do. And I passed out for like a split second. Like, I had passed out real quick. Everything went black for like a few seconds. And then I felt him lift off of me. And then, so we sat there, whatever. And he pushed me into the closet after that. And he leaned his back up against the closet, and he just sat up against the closet. And I sat in the closet for about 30 minutes before he let me out. And it was completely silent. He wasn't watching TV. He wasn't on his phone. I didn't have my stuff. He had threw my purse across the room. I didn't have anything. He literally sat up against the door of the closet, and I was just in the closet, just in there. And so about 30 minutes later, he let me out, and I sat on the edge of the bed, and he gave me some juice, and he was like, "Are you thirsty?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he gave me some apple juice or some type of juice that he had, and he was just like, "I'm sorry. I love you. I never, meant to hurt you. I never want to hurt you. Da 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 da." So, yeah, we ended up staying overnight, and I think it was maybe the next few days after. No, the next day it happened again. Like, when I tell y'all, I couldn't go anywhere without him. When my mom would call, like, it had to be on speakerphone. I couldn't go anywhere without him. So the next day we checked into another hotel, and he kind of revved up a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as it had been the day before. And then that third day, we ended up going to the Kentucky Derby, not the Kentucky Derby, the Greyhound thing in St. Pete. And I had been talking to my mom in code through text message, and I was just like, "Yo, I'm done with this. I literally cannot do this anymore. Please come and get me." He had told, because he liked to play cards or something or whatever. And so I had told her, this is where we're going to be. This is what time we're going to be there. So we had been talking in code, like trying to set it up or whatever so they could come and get me. So we get to the Greyhound place or whatever, and we sitting there, and I'm on the phone with my mom. And I was like, because he kept, "Who you on the phone with? Who you texting? Da 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 da." So my mom had called me and I was like, Mom, we not having spaghetti tonight. I wasn't able to get the things that I needed. And I was like basically trying to tell her in code, like, don't come because I don't think I'm going to be able to get away. So anyway, she was like, that's okay. We'll have pizza instead. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, they're going to find a way to get to me and it's going to work out. She was like, just go to the store and get the stuff. Find a way to get away and get the stuff. So I'm like, okay, I need to get away from him. And she said it was something. We was using a lot of code. But anyway, I told him, I said, I got to go to the bathroom. And he was like, okay, like, and this is only God, because any other time he would have stood outside the bathroom and waited for, he would have went with me to the bathroom, stood outside the women's bathroom and waited for me to come out and been out there when I came out. So anyway, he was like, yeah, well, I'm in the middle of a bed or whatever. So you got 3 minutes and you better be back in 3 minutes. This was the most intense 3 minutes of my entire life. So I'm walking to the bathroom. I'm walking fast. And I get on the phone with my mom, like, Mom, I'm finna walk out. Like, are y'all here? Are y'all here? Like, y'all gotta be outside, because if you find me outside, like, he's gonna kill me. So I go towards the bathroom, and I literally, right when I got to the bathroom, I look behind me and I see him get up from the seat and he's walking towards the bathroom. So I get to booking it, but I'm like, I'm moving fast, but I'm moving slow enough to not draw attention for him to be like, who is that running or whatever. So I get outside, and literally when I get outside to my parents' car, he's literally like on my heels. So I get behind my dad and my mom, and my dad was like, we ain't trying to make no scene. We not doing that. I just need to get her stuff out of your trunk, and we're going to go on about our business. And so he kind of was resisting a little bit, and then he finally opened up his trunk so I could get all my stuff out. And, well, my dad got it out, and my mom was standing there like, Kumo D, like, I wish you would try to cross us. So anyway, I got my stuff, and we end up going home, and I barely escaped. That wasn't, it was just a lot. And yeah, so that's the time. That's a story about, when I was in an abusive relationship, and I grew up in a violent home. I grew up seeing my mom get beat up and hearing my mom scream, and it was just so traumatizing for me. And I always told myself, I will never let a man hit me. Like, you will never catch me in an abusive relationship. And sometimes our dysfunction, because of what we saw, because of what we experienced, we will attract that and not even do it intentionally or know that we're doing it. And that's what ended up happening. So yeah, if you're in an abusive relationship, if you know somebody that's in an abusive relationship, it's not your fault. There's no reason why anybody should be putting their hands on you to harm you or hurt you in any way. You need to get out. If you don't get out soon, you may never get out, and you may never live like me to tell your story. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. I'll put all my my social media tags in the description box. Thank y'all again for listening to my story time. Peace.